Greetings, this is Emily from Uni-edit. Does the length of my paper matter? Shorter is generally better. The general rule of thumb, if your paper can carry the same meaning, then the shorter the better. More concise papers are more interesting, usually less technical, and are easier to digest. However, the length of your research paper will depend on two factors. One, the type of paper you intend to write, i.e. research paper, review paper, method paper, technical note, essay, forum piece, commentary, or short communication, and the page or word limit requirements of the journal for that type of paper. These limits can also influence the type of paper you write, especially following a peer review, where the reviewer may suggest shortening the paper to something more manageable or concise. The first step in writing a research paper is determining your audience, which will define the type of paper you will write and thus its length. As an author, you can source more specific guidelines for paper length, including page and figure limits, from the journal website under the Instructions to the Authors section. Of course, if you haven't determined a target journal yet, but you want to proceed to write your paper anyhow, then length is a challenge. You should look up what typical lengths are for papers that are the type in your field. Practical example for life sciences. Within the life sciences, typical research papers do not exceed 7,000 words. Sometimes there are also limits on the number of possible figures. Shorter pieces, such as commentary, forum, and technical papers, are usually less than 3,000 words. Practical example for social sciences. The length of a research paper is almost entirely determined by the journal that you aim to submit to. For example, some publications have strict word limits, i.e. less than 3,000 words, and others have a general upper limit that allows for greater freedom, i.e. not to exceed 30 double-spaced 12-point pages, excluding references. One can opt for a short report or a full research article, although short reports are often reserved for research that reports novel techniques or groundbreaking results. Once again, this is Emily from Uni-edit. Have a wonderful day.